What we're going to go over today is the bloom breath. This is a breath or a strategy that we would like you to practice and implement during your pushing phase of labor. So the first thing that we want to talk about when it comes to pushing is we are big proponents of mother-led pushing as opposed to coaching-led pushing. What this means is a lot of the times people will say, oh, you're at 10 centimeters, you can go ahead and start pushing. We prefer, or we see that better outcomes come from moms waiting until they feel the urge to push. Most of the time it's when you're at 10 centimeters, but you can be at 10 centimeters, but that baby still needs a little bit of time to wiggle down before it's actually time to start bearing down and pushing. We think that if you can just be patient and wait for that really strong urge to push, you're gonna see that you're gonna be a lot more efficient. So that's number one. Number two is we want you to implement this bloom breath. So what we see a lot of the times too is coach-led pushing is, okay, we want you to get a big deep breath in, hold your breath, and push, and hold your breath, push like you're pooping. And so what we see here is this is these max effort pushes that we feel like aren't necessary. We feel like the way that this is taught can lead to potentially more tearing. It could lead to things like hemorrhoids and just injury. And so we like to exhale or breathe our babies out. But this is a skill that must be practiced, and this doesn't normally come, this is not necessarily intuitive. So we want to teach you the bloom breath. So what that is you're going to take a big deep breath in, your belly's going to get big. I want you to think about kind of relaxing that pelvic floor on the inhale, like always. And then as you exhale, we want you to exhale, and we want you to think about that pelvic floor blooming open even more. Another way that you can think about this is you can think about pushing that belly out on that exhale as well. So what that's gonna look like, it's gonna be a big deep breath in, big belly. Now you're gonna exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to think about pushing that belly out even more, as well as allowing that pelvic floor to bloom open like a flower. So you can see that you will exhale and push along with your contraction. So this not only is going to make you efficient and that your obliques are turning on and kind of pushing down, this is also going to ensure that your pressure is leaving out your mouth. So you're going to be like a teapot, and that this is what helps keep our pelvic floors safe. So just when in doubt, exhale as you push down. This also for those that are weightlifters or people who exercise, normally when you're used to giving effort, you're trained to actually lift your pelvic floor up. So I see that a lot in times where it's time to push babies, people will squeeze up their pelvic floors as opposed to opening and blooming open. So this is just a time to practice something that we don't really ever do. So again, inhale, relax, big belly, exhale, even bigger belly, push that belly out, bloom that pelvic floor open, press down. We want you to practice this and the days leading up, practice this in positions that you might want to push in. And also try to string together 2 or 3 in a row without taking a break. And that ideally you will get 2 to 3 inhales in over a contraction, which is when you'll push. So if you have any questions, reach out, but that's the bloom breath, and give that a practice.